All right, everyone, back for round number 3 here. I mean, pretty good hand, right? We would like one more island in it, but everything else is totally fine. Miscalculation is a fantastic card. Very excited to have that here. Just another blue deck. More blue decks, more problems. I mean, we got there, right? We got the Pluto Delta, which is going to do a lot of things for us. Precinct Captain? Yeah, I'm not very concerned about that. All right. Go get it, Seacrum Coasts. Yeah, I mean, Dungeon Geist is just going to kind of deal with that, I would imagine. Not super worried about a Precinct Captain. Yeah, even if they get a 1-1, I think we're going to be okay. We're going to definitely be okay against the White Weenie deck. The question is this the White Weenie deck, or is this something I really need to be worried about? A card like Anguish to Making does get worse the more hits I take, but you do have to use your life as a resource to some extent. Oh yeah, this is certainly getting miscalculated. Alright, so they're definitely full in on the White Weenie plan. I don't know what the blue splash is for. Maybe it's for counter magic. I don't really know, obviously. I'm gonna go ahead and crack a Pluto Delta, get a swamp, just kind of get everything put together here. And I'm going to Dungeon Geist, tapping down the Precinct Captain. I mean, as long as I don't draw too many other lands, like, I should be okay, right? The problem is what happens if I flood out here. But if I can avoid flooding out, I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay. If I can draw some of my big bombs, some Elesh Norn, something like that. Yeah, something like Mentor is very good. Splash and Blue for Ponder? That makes no sense. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 if you do draw a card. I mean, this card's pretty good. The question is do I want to play Teferi next turn, or am I just counting on, like, do I want to play Teferi or kill this? Probably just want to play Teferi. Like, I think my best line is just to attack, play Teferi, or is it to attack, play Dragonlord? So no, I'm not going to flood out for sure, because I have a Dragonlord. Now the question is just in what order do I want to do things? And I think I would like to eat one of their guys if I can. So I would like Teferi. Wait, that's fine. He can draw a card here. Not the best card for me, but certainly not the worst card for me. Is he going to get it in? Ooh, just with Soldier. All right. I don't know if he smelled it or just smelled something, but, you know, got to give him credit for the decent play there. Master of Wabes, jeez. That card is so good here. Also, the fact that Dragonlord Ojai is hexproof in the spot is the sickness. It's the sickness. Very strange that a mono white deck, I mean they played Precinct Captain into Bryn Maw's Mirror Crusader, so they're definitely heavy white, is playing this many blue lands. Or maybe they are just playing like 4 or 5 blue sources for like a ponder and a miscalculation, and this is just what happened. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm gonna block with the Teferi here. I mean, Teferi is very useful, don't get me wrong, but I do kind of... Alright, now I can flash in my Dragon. This does make Master of Waves a little worse. I understand that. Quite a bit worse, actually. But it gets their Mirror Crusader off the board, which is the most dangerous card to me. Except for Mentor, right? Like, Mentor is obviously pretty good if they can keep using it, but we're going to be able to keep up with them decently on that front anyways. Raw Zarek. I think I'm just going to give this a shot here. I actually don't want to tap the black land. I want to tap like this. I'll just kill your Mentor. That's totally fine with me. Ah! Yeah, you got it. Alright, no attack. This is going to get exiled for sure. Thalia. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so they're definitely drawing cards. Look, are they dangerous right now? Yes, but are they gonna win this game? I don't imagine so. But we definitely still have to play incredibly tight. Alright, what would I like to do here? Okay, I think the first thing we're gonna do is... What if they just want to trade Archangel for Dragon the Roach Tie? Is that okay in my book? Is that something I'm okay with? Probably not, right? So I want to play Master of Waves here. And then I'm going to need the extra land for Anguished Unmaking. Yeah, I mean, I can just attack with these guys. Alright. Look, I mean, do they have counter magic in their deck? Probably. But I have to hope they don't have a ton of it. Ooh. I'll take that. Now what do I want to do here? I can play around Miscalculation here. And I can play around enough stuff that I think it's... I think I'm going to wait till my end step. Oh, I didn't get my stop off in time. That's fine. What is this? Jeez, don't do it. Is like Marshall 2 or something? Could be. I am not set up very well. I mean, maybe that's why I should take Consecrated Sphinx in case they just have a sweeper here. But why would you be playing sweepers in your Archangel, Priest, and Captain Mirror Crusader Brimaz deck? That I don't understand. Like, they can't stop me tapping this down, so they're going to have to kill one of my creatures. Alright, we got there without showing them Anguished, or... Okay. So we got there without showing them a ton of stuff, which is pretty good. So a card like Lightning Helix is going to be fantastic in this matchup. A card like Legacy's Allure is fine. A card like Elesh Norn is a very good finisher. What do I want to take out, actually? Oh, Augur is, like, probably not good? Yeah, Thing in the Ice is like slightly better. I guess I can take a Legacy Azula out. It's actually probably too slow. Kira's probably not great here. Something like Fatal Push or Murderous Cut's probably better. We'd go with Murderous Cut. And like Master of Waves probably isn't at its best either. Can I take out Teferi here? I just have like so much late game. Or I have like a decent amount of late game, right? I have all this stuff. Can take out Teferi. I can put in a Fatal Push. And I can put in an Augur probably. Because now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so now I have enough spells to play both Thing in the Ice and Augur, because I added 3 spells to my deck, which is huge. I want to take out a blue land for a black land. And let's party. Yeah, I mean, we're going to win by either attacking like we did with, like, Vendilion Clique, Spell Quellers, Thing in the Ice, or Elesh Norn or something like that. We could take out the Elesh Norn and just add, like, an 18th land, because one of the ways we lose, obviously, is flooding. Or is not having enough lands. Although we are on the draw, I think we just accept. Alright, let's go. Let's run it back. Let's go. Again, I don't know what they're bringing out of the sideboard in terms of blue cards. This hand is trash, though. This hand is so bad, but I think we keep it because it has a miscalc in it and it has lands. Ponder. Yeah, look. If that's their plan, that's fine. This also means that they can't play probably their best 2-drop, which is Priest and Captain, although it could be said that their best 2-drop could be Thalia against us. Like if you were to say, hey, their best 2-drop is Thalia, I'd be like, okay, yeah, their best 2-drop is Thalia, so definitely possible. Alright, now we have the full Monty, except for the Swamp, so I guess we have the quarter or half Monty, so to speak. Stoneforge Mystic. Jeez, don't get Jitte. Alright, Sword of Fire, nice. So it's one of the better swords, I hear. They can just sneak it onto the battlefield next turn. I think I have to play a Thing in the Ice here. This is not what I wanted to do. Ugh, now I can just play Brimaz too. Yeah, they're gonna sneak in sword here. Needle Spires can come into play tapped. I have like a 1 card to deal with this basically, which is, yeah. I have like a 1 card to deal with this, or I can just kill the creature. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't the best one. This isn't like the greatest sword in the history of the world, but the fact that he's going to get to draw a card every time he hits me is pretty good. But it is going to take his first 4 turns to set up, so that is worth noting. Alright, yeah, you got it. Hit me for 5. Ugh. Ew. Yeah, draw a card. Alright. Look, maybe I'll play something I can miscalc here. So maybe I don't have to just use it for cycling. Yeah, I just have to cycle miscalc here for sure. Right, card would be pretty good if it wasn't for the fact that I can't tap this down because it has protection, but you know. That's fine. You just want to return that to my hand? Sure. That's fine. That card wasn't really doing a whole lot anyways. Okay. Yeah, don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. Whoa, yeah, don't get too crazy up in here. He's splashing into the Royal and Ponder in his Stoneforge Mystic mono white deck. How good is Sword of Fire and Ice against this, though? We don't have a lot of answers, by the way. All of our answers are black, and we don't have any black lands, which is part of the reason why we wanted to cycle Miscalc, because it's not that we're giving up on the game, right? We know there's a chance that we can win, but the chance that we can win involves drawing a black land and one of our black answers, or something like Supreme Verdict, although now something like Supreme Verdict is a lot less good. That was excellent. That was just simply the best draw. Although if they have Force Spike, it's just simply the worst draw. No Force Spike, no counter, come on. Alright. And this deals combat damage to a player, right? Right, so if they play something with power 2, with power 4, or with power 3 or less, I should say, we'd be able to make it attack Gideon, attack them, play Consecrated Sphinx, draw extra cards in their turn. Like, this could still go decently well. I just have so many outs of that sword, but at the same time, the sword has drawn them 2 cards at this point, so that is to, you know, be thought about here. They have like a Resto Angel or something, maybe? Yeah, so now we have protection from Resto Angel. So now I might as well just get after it. Look, if the Gideon would have survived, I'll be kind of sad, but... Yeah, get out of here, homie. Yeah, just can't have that happening, you know what I mean? Can't have that running around. Definitely would rather tap this for Thing in the Ice. Yeah, I'll just make Gideon a little bigger. Alright, yeah, so Avacyn and Restoration Angel, both viable options there. They had the Avacyn, which the sword's totally shut down. Referring Cloudskate, bouncing Spell Queller, playing Armageddon. Oh, bouncing Gideon. Alright. Wow, not equipping sword. Interesting. I'm going to Dungeon Geist then. Yeah, for sure tapping that down. Getting in with Spell Queller. And then we're going to throw in the Merfolk Looter. Could have thrown in the Consecrated Sphinx there, but I think like protecting myself is pretty powerful here. Also, let's not forget that we are attacking for 10 damage next turn if we fire up the Needle Spires. So I think that's kind of important here, being able to attack for 10. Selfless Spirit. Alright. You got it, homie. Alright, I think I'm going to draw and discard. Problem is that Armageddon is like very, very good. I'm probably just going to discard Dragonlord Silumgar. Come on. Hashtag no counter for Consecrated Sphinx. They counter this, they can't counter my Gideon. Ew. Yeah, this one's tough. This one is going to come down to the wire for sure. Look, I mean, if my Gideon doesn't resolve, or if they resolve another creature, then I'm going to have to verdict. And as soon as I verdict, they're going to have to figure out whether they want to Armageddon or not. So things are going to get a little spicy here. I just hope they don't have a 1 or a 2 drop in their hand. If they have like a 3 drop, then it's just an even race. Like, I have to get to Ral Zarek basically before they get to... Right. Alright, hoping to draw land here. Yeah. Alright, dead now. I guess I knew that was coming, but I just didn't really see it. Alright, that was not good. So what do we need here? What could help us? Could Legacies of Lore have helped us? Yes. Leonin Relic Warder, could that have helped us? Yes. But what else can that help us against this deck? Like Oblivion Rings, if they have any? So maybe it's decent again. I don't know. I think we really just needed to, like, Anguish of Making... Like, that sword was really just a huge problem. We might even just be able to run it back. Like, we might just be okay here. Yeah, let's go. Look, it's kind of like the last, like, the, one of the other opponents we had, like, you know, if they drew Bitter Blossom, we were just dead. If this opponent draws Stoneforge or Sword, it's just going to be hard for us to win. Unfortunately, they have 2 copies of Sword, so maybe we want to play around it more. Right, they have Stoneforge, and then they have the real Sword. So that should mean something. I don't know why I just did that, sorry everyone. You got to see that I'm watching some Gary Vee this morning, so if you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, they're a pretty, like, famous YouTube entrepreneur person, so definitely check him out. Gary Vee on YouTube, I don't know, random shoutouts today. Please no Stoneforge. Okay. Hashtag no Stoneforge. Ugh. Of course. That's what happens when we play Augur. Look, maybe we don't play because we know the math says that, but I think we have to play it anyways. That's just so frustrating. Frustrated. I guess we could have also just, like, mulliganed this hand. It's not a terrible hand to mulligan. We obviously just block here. Taking a million, okay. We have to draw a white land to white land, I think. That's just not really gonna do it. Yeah, look, I mean, we got messed up by that keep. That keep really hurt us. That being said, if we hadn't played the Augur, not that we shouldn't have, we obviously should have played the Augur, but if, you know, in this scenario, if we'd played something other than the Augur there, we would have drawn the necessary lands to survive. So I don't know how that, you know, means of things. I don't know what that means. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Sorry we kind of got let down there at last, but that's kind of how my Aethervolt Cube experience has been going, or my Legacy Cube experience has been going in general. Not super well, but it's all right. Well, we just keep fighting out there. As always, thank everybody so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.